So as we're starting, just coming in for a landing in your body, feeling what it feels like to be you right now, and letting go of everything that happened before to land in what is going on right now. Oh, hold on, let me see. As I look at my thing, I think I need to change my camera. Boom, other camera, which just gives us more space, which hopefully will continue to work throughout the class. Let's start standing and breathing and bouncing around a little bit. So inhale, open it up, and exhale, shake out, shake out, shake out. Let go of anything, any residual yuckiness that you can let go of, shake it out. And again, inhale, open it up, and exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So I've just been in the British Fascia Symposium, which is happening this weekend and one day of next weekend. And yeah, anyway, it's cool. And it's really just so much about how we're completely interconnected, and depending on the level of our perspective, like it's so interwoven, so interconnected to the whole world, but especially to the whole planet, to each other, to the environment that we live in, to the earth. Let's do some easy spirals, not too big, just easy and gentle. Even the microbiome of like a household, like the cats in my house will have some of my microbiome and vice versa. This is one reason why having pets is often healthy for children growing up. It gives their immune system a chance to deal with some different material. Let's just cross over for a second. Just spiral, not spiraling, kind of in the vertical plane. Side step, weight shift. But yeah, and like on the atomic level, like what we're breathing in, what we're breathing out, like it's all the same stuff, the living and inert material. Like we're all in this together. That's the big twisting, reaching across. Good. And then coming in, let's open our knees wide. Just take it down in a plie and push the floor away, coming up. Knees over your toes, plie, and press it up. And again, knees wide over the toes, like a big smile in your legs. Knees opening into the smile, and exhale. I'm inhaling down and exhaling up, giving those legs a chance to do some work. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Let's go down and stay there and just pop up one heel and then the other, feeling the relationship into your calf and shin of your foot. Good. And then press and come up. Let's go into parallel. Take it down, bend your knees, shift from side to side, free up your spine. Head tail connection, letting the movement ripple through your spine from your tail to your head. So one guy in the Neil Thais, Theise, or something like that, or Iese, who is an American, actually, I think at Beth Israel, was talking about the interstitium, and it is the fluid that's moving around in between. When I say hydrating tissue, that's the stuff that's in our bodies, and as we move, it readjusts and connects, and there's electrical current moving through that fluid in our bodies. And it's not like, oh, there's one compartment here and another compartment here, and they're not in relationship. They're, because of the fluid in our body, we're like in total relationship all the time within our system. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, let's do bigger elbow to knee, crossing over, contralateral movement. Yeah, so I was on Zoom this morning before this with the British Fascia symposium, taking it to the back, keeping my brains up to date. But I have to say, like, from studying movement analysis and connective tissue therapy, and also meditation and all the things, I just feel like I've always had a very holistic view of all of this. So it wasn't like anything's this big shock. It's like, oh yeah, that's the way I think of it. But it's always like reaffirming to hear what they have to say. Let's take it down. You're going to bend your knees, stick out your butt, arch your back, and then hollow and curl. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. So what they've been talking about, like the new body. And when they're talking about the new body, they're talking just about the new concepts of the body. Because fascia used to be the thing that got thrown into the bucket in the dissection lab. And now everyone's like, oh, it's so important. And now the interstitium, the fluid in our body, is so important. So one of them is the new body. Another topic is like touch for healing scar tissue, like, and how light touch can be really important. And then the final one is movement is therapy. And actually, one of the keynote speakers on that is somebody that I know, somebody from my world. Let's circle around Elizabeth and Andres Dar, or Dare, or Dare. I'm not really sure how she says it. Change direction, because I know her from Facebook, but she lives near me. All right, let's take it back to feet. You're going to circle your knees and you're trying to really mobilize the bones and muscles of your feet. So you're rolling around those edges. As you're doing that, feel into the soles of your feet. Feel what it feels like, the surface below your feet. So bringing in that information. Change direction. I'm circling my knees and letting it really ride through my feet. And then we're going to do let's do a plie and press up and lower down. So bending your knees parallel, straighten, push straight up and lower. Bend, extend, press, and lower. Try to keep your ankles, hips, and knees in alignment. So you don't want to go up and then pop your ankles out. You want to feel the line straight down through your leg. Lower, bend, straighten. And just on another note, I went out dancing last night in Woodstock. There's a DJ, a young woman named Tris, who was so fun. It was so fun. And me and Anthony and another friend of ours, Claudia, were out dancing until midnight, and like pretty nonstop dancing. It was all ages of people, all varieties and ilks. It was really super fun. I love those places where it's a diverse crowd of people, diverse ages. Not the most racially diverse up there in Woodstock. It is pretty white, gotta admit that. But certainly age-wise and gender expression diversity. And let's come in, heels together, and you're gonna let them pop up at the top and then heels together and lower down. Not a whole lot of turnout here, something really manageable. So you can, let's do this. Let's go parallel, turn it out, press up, come down. Parallel, rotate out, press up, come down. Parallel, rotate, push, lower, parallel, rotate, push, lower, parallel, rotate, push, lower. Use the wall if you need something to help you balance. Parallel, rotate, push, down, parallel, rotate, press, lower. Wake up your feet, wake up your lower legs, wake up your ankles and calves, and finding balance. Press up. We're going to stay up there. You're going to shift onto one side and then shift onto the other side. Just shifting your weight. You don't have to pick it up, but you could try picking up one foot, shifting on your tippy toes from side to side. Use the wall if you need to. Good. And just relax it. Come down. Bend your knees. Let's actually just take it into a downward dog to stretch out our calves. So coming into a downward dog. I think I need to tuck in my shirt. Coming into a downward dog. Stretch your tail up to the ceiling. You can go up and down. Heel raises here as well. If downward dog isn't going to work for you, use the wall. Not going to be as good, but or use a chair, like a chair in front of you so that you can fold forward a little bit. And then you're going to bend one knee and then the other, letting that release into your hips as well as your calf and Achilles. I'm shifting a little bit side to side. Stretch it out and come down to hands and knees, tops of the feet to the floor, hands underneath you. Let's just arch and curl here. Arching and opening, hollowing and curling. Push the floor away. Humans dancing together in a room. Such good, fun exercise, coherence, and community entrainment, right? Community co-regulation. We're all enjoying ourselves, dancing in a room together. So there's a lot of value in that, not to mention coming into a rhythm with other people. Here's the squeak. Hi, what? I don't know if you can hear him squeaking, but there is the namesake. Hello. Let's open our hands a little wider, circle our chest to the floor. Side, side, up, down. Let your scapula, your rib cage, your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm really move around with this. Change direction. Here's one more, not entirely related, but still completely related. Body tip. And that is that people who take naps, and I think it's like 60%, but it might be a little more, a little bit less. Oh, I know what it is. His toy is here. 60% less likely to die of heart disease from napping. Here, you gotta turn around. Nope, he's going up there. All right, let's just hope that he stays over there on that side of the couch and does not interfere with the computer. The computer. All right, let's take it down to the floor in a cross-legged position. Oh, I see what's happening. I was at an event and somebody had a bunch of these peacock feathers and I took a bunch of them to use as cat toys. I like to give them toys that are cheap and natural. Yeah, kitty cat exercise time too. We'll just see how this goes. Side stretch from side to side. I could have one in each arm. Well, he has certainly been enjoying the extra play time with these big peacock feathers. All right, let's circle the whole way around. Take it to the side, forward, to the side, and open up. Sideways, forward, sideways, and open. Side stretch. Forward, to the side, and open. Side stretch. Forward. That's all you need. We both get exercise, right? Have a toy to play with. Okay, let's change non-dominant leg in front. And just take a little easy spiral from side to side. Looking behind you, involve the eyeballs. And then come back in and you're going to just turn your head from side to side. Take in the environment, like literally take it into your vision, moving your vestibular system. What is that? That's your balance. It's your eyes. It's the little bones in your ears that help you know where down is, where up is, but also proprioception gives us this awareness. Does it help us with proprioception? It must, because all of these things are the things that help us balance. Yawn. See if you can pop your jaw, pop your ears. Not pop your jaw, pop your ears. And then you're just going to tilt your head a little bit. As you're tilting your head, keep looking around, like let yourself side eye up to the corner. And then come in. We're going to take it forward, free up your spine, just shifting from side to side, relaxing your lower back, opening it up. Movement is the therapy. That is certainly the way it is in my life. Like, I am a much happier person when I am moving a lot and challenging myself with movement, dancing, taking pole classes, walking outside in nature. All right, let's take it back onto our backs, back to the floor. And relax into the floor. Give into gravity. Take a tiny little rock up and down as you've landed on the floor. Just free up your spine, letting that interstitial fluid in your whole body renegotiate the inner space. In a way, we could also say, even in this fascia conference, the guy who was talking about this was talking about how at some point, well, he was talking about how he thinks that the sort of electrical impulses moving through the interstitial fluid are like the meridians and the chakras, like it's the energy channels of our body, right? And I feel that we can connect to these things through movement, through sensation. He said he started taking Tai Chi because of being kind of blocked in one area. All right, let's come in where he had a lot of scar tissue. Let's knee drop from side to side. Let that open and close, massaging through your back. Think of, just for this, we're just going to do this as a thought experiment. Imagine that you're moving from your bones. So imagine that you're moving from the bones of your pelvis, from your spine, from your big thigh bones, your feet, little bones in your feet, your leg bones. But just imagine that as we're doing this right now, you're moving from the bones. So everything else doesn't have to do anything, even though it will be doing stuff. But just imagine you're moving from your bones. And let's start to roll that with a whole upper body going as well. So rolling from side to side, imagining that you're just the bones that are your body, the bones inside your body are doing the movement, initiating the movement. The movement is coming from your bones. And just feel into what that feels like for you. If you can tune into that. To me, it feels like, oh, it's sort of heavier, more weighted. There's more density to the movement. Slower, it's more earthy, but there's also a strength to it. So imagine moving from your bones as we roll. And as you're rolling from side to side, you can probably really feel your bones. I can feel my cranium. I can feel my scapula. I can feel the back of my hips. I can feel, my bones of my elbow. And then come back to center. And we're going to do the legs one more time. But this time, imagine that you're moving from the fluids. So it's just the fluids sloshing around inside. So it's just starting with the legs, moving from the fluids and feeling what that feels like. Sloshy, liquid body. And it's the water in your body pouring from side to side that's moving. I'm starting to add my head. And then I'm going to start to add my whole body, pouring from side to side. I still feel that relationship to gravity, deeply hydrated, fluid inner body, like waves, rolling waves, rolling from side to side, rolling out to the beach and then back towards the ocean. And just feel what that feels like if that's different for you. Tuning into the fluid in your body, tuning into the interstitium, all the fluid in the spaces between. as well as the blood flow. The lymph comes from the interstitium. So lymph, blood flow, cerebrospinal fluid, all the fluids in there, just readjusting. And then let's come in and we are going to press our pelvis up. So inhale, pressing up, and exhale, fold and lower. So this time, imagine moving from your muscles, that the muscles, let's say the muscles and the fascia. So the fascia is the organ of form. It's all the bundles of your muscles. It's all the little fascicle bundles holding little, like a grapefruit. If you look down, sort of, if you looked into a grapefruit, all the little parts that are all bundled together. It's a good analogy for our bones and our fascia, or sorry, our muscles and our fascia. So working from the muscles and the fascia, it's a system of tensegrity, biotensegrity, a living tensegrity system. What does a tensegrity system mean? Often it's a system of like struts and sort of elastic things, but our bones aren't struts. Our bones are fluid-filled, living, fibrous tissue. But what it really means also is that, like, if you affect one part of the system of tensegrity, the whole system is affected, right? So we're this biomorphic biotensegrity, bio, living, morphic, shifting, changing, biotensegrity, these tension patterns that are holding us together. Or, I mean, it's a weird way of putting it. They're helping us create the forms of our body and how we are in space. Like this could be the form, this could be the form, this could be the form. As I shift anything, I can feel changes all over because I'm sensitive to it. But maybe other people, like maybe you don't feel very much in your body, maybe you do, who knows? Press it up, circles, change direction. Yeah, a lot of like the old sort of models that we are being updated, right? Yeah, so that like it's not this biomechanical system. It's a biological living system. Change direction if you haven't changed direction. Maybe you did it a few times, just change it again. And then roll it down through your spine. We're going to do a little breath work here. And this I learned from Leslie Kavanaugh. And I am going to show you my belly and my ribs. So what we're going to do is press up. Once you get up there, you're going to inhale. Let your chest come towards your chin. So you're inhaling, pushing up and letting this come forward or towards you. And then you're going to exhale. And from that exhale, you're going to try and keep that lift towards your chin. You're then going to slowly roll it down through your spine, holding the exhale. When you hit the bottom, you inhale and fill back up. So it's not going to take a long time. We're not going for a long breath hold, just long enough for you to roll down. So you're going to press it up. You're going to take a deep breath. Chest comes towards your chin. Exhale. Try to keep the chest towards the chin. Roll it down, vertebra by vertebra. When you hit the bottom, relax. And maybe you have more to exhale then. You may be exhaling before you inhale again. Okay, let's do it one more time. Pressing up, deep breath in, chest towards your chin, exhale. Hold the exhale, roll it down. Let yourself fill back up. We're going to do one more time. If you feel like that was enough, great. But I feel like the first one was learning, and then we're going to have three maybe better ones after that. So last one, inhale, lift. Press it up. Inhale, chest to chin. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale and fill up, open up. So lots of movement there for your organs with that sort of vacuum. As we're on the exhale roll, or as we hold the exhale and roll down, there's sort of like a vacuum packing of our gut body. So it's getting to squish around differently. Then we fill back up with air, opening it all up. Taking your legs up, shake them out, shake out your arms. agitate your hands and feet, getting some blood flow, fluid flow out there in the edges, energy flow from the center to the edge, core distal relationship, center to edge. Let's grab on and wiggle around in your happy baby in whatever way feels good to you. Rolling, massaging out your back, inner thigh stretch, maybe it's a hamstring stretch. Letting yourself play in the baby. Be curious. What could happen here? How could you do things? How can you move in this position? And then come back in, take your hands on your knees, big circles, again, hydrating that hip socket, releasing the lower back, and change direction other way. And then coming in, elbow to knee, let's touch, and then bring the leg in. Reach and touch, bring it in. Reach and touch, bring it in. So I'm touching my elbow to my knee, then bringing them both together. Elbow to knee, bringing it back. Reach it long, bring it back, reach it long. We're going to add to this. You're going to reach it long, flex your foot, point your toes, bring it back. Reach it long, flex, point, bring it in. Reach it long, flex, point, switch, extend, 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 flex, point, and relax. Hello, abs. Wiggle yourself around. So we've got these deepest corset layer of abdominals, transversus abdominis. We got the internal and external obliques coming in on these angles. And then we have the rectus abdominis up and down. And they're all layered upon each other, right? But there should be some sliding surfaces so they're not locking up. So wiggle around so you free up the flow in those layers of abdominals, those layers of fascia, those layers of all the things, even your organs underneath that, free it up. And then let's take our hands behind our head and we're just going to do a little circle coming to the right, up the center, to the left, and take it down, circling around. We'll do 5 in each direction, changing to go the other way. Imagine that your head is kind of making a circle, like it's drawing the circle at the top of your body. I'm not counting anymore. I think there are 2 more. Last one. And relax, drop it down. Turn your head from side to side. Relax your neck and jaw. Free up your spine. Let your tail wag. So as I'm turning my head from side to side, my spine is going into a little C curve one way and then the other. I'm going to shake it all out. Let it go. Arms up in the air. Give your shoulder blades a little hit so that the muscles all around, underneath, and all of the tendons, ligaments, fascia, everything holding it all together can free up a little bit. Especially if you have very open hamstrings, it's likely that you'll have a tenser upper back and shoulder, right? Like your body is going to not just be loose everywhere. There's going to be parts that are tighter, parts that are more open. So, and it's true, like for me, because my hamstrings are really open and it's nothing for me to be here, I don't have to round my spine very much to get to my legs. So that doesn't get stretched very much unless I really think about it. So let's roll back and forth and work with that. Stretching upper back and neck. If you can come into a plow, just rolling across your back. If that hurts, then roll side side instead. So you still get the massage of the roll. I'm going to start to take it onto all fours of my paws, my hands and feet, knees touching down. So I'm getting a stretch through the sole of my foot and my calf and Achilles here, and then taking it back. And here's Gaylord. The Lord, Lord Gaylord, the aristocracy in the house. The rest of us are just peasants. And here he is. And let's take it down to the floor. Open your arms out side, and knee drops from side to side. Head away from your knees if that feels good. Arms are wide. If your back is hurting, turn your head with your legs. And if it hurts to spiral, then just roll the whole thing together. And if you want to make it a little harder, extend your legs. Last one. Good. And let's roll up. Come onto, let's just flip it over onto your belly on the mat, all the way down. Bend your knees and let your legs fall from side to side. Relax your lower back, relax your hips, relax your glutes. And then come in, tops of the feet to the floor, hands next to your chest. We're just going to do a baby cobra, straight up and down, a few times. Inhale up, exhale down. And then add the hands and come up higher. As high as feels good. Doesn't have to be as high as I'm going, but whatever feels good. Feel what your shoulders are doing. Are they coming up to your ears? Are they drawing down? Try not to let them ride up to your ears too much. And if you want to, you can bend your knees and get the full stretch. Last one. And take it back down. Head on your hands. Curl your toes under. Pushing up and down. Relaxing through your back. I remember when I was like making up an exercise class a long time ago with several other CMAs, movement analysts. We called this the Nijinsky. Anyway, we're going to now make a circle, hands next to your shoulders, head to ear towards your shoulder, come up the middle, ear towards the other shoulder, forehead to the floor. 3 or 4 circles in each direction. Doesn't have to be big. It can be small. Work in a range of motion that feels good. Change direction. And then we're going to take our, do the hands want to be here? Here. Let's leave our hands there. You're going to push with your hands, reach your toe behind you, and just press as if you're going to come up. Bring it back down. So I'm like doing like a half of a push-up. My toe is coming up. I'm pushing into my hands, coming part way up, and then I'm taking it back down. Toe crosses, part way up. Take it back down. Toe crosses, part way up. Roll it to the floor. Toe reaches across your body. Bring it down. Toe reaches. Push. Bring it down. 2 more. Push. Bring it down. Last one. Take it down. And let's come onto our sides. I don't know. That felt like, I feel like we've actually been working really hard, even though I don't think this is the hardest class. But it might just be that I also took pole yesterday. So I did pole. I had tons of steps. We went around postering because we have 2 shows coming up, or I have 2 shows coming up. One with my band, Dick Pinchers. I'm just going to say it. There it is. My band is called Dick Pinchers. We have a show on the 21st in Kingston at the Unicorn Bar. Then the following week, Tonus Maximus, Anthony's band, and my dancers, my dance company have a show at the Unicorn Bar, which is Tonus Maximus and the Glam Rock Cabaret. So this is 2024, if anyone's watching this in the future. This is June. Let's go with legs straight down below you, turn them into parallel, rotate out. Turn them in, or rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out. Leg down, you're gonna kick up, toes to knee, kick and lower. Up, in, up, flex it down. Point whenever you want to, in, up, but try to get a flex in there. Keep you from cramping in your foot. Yeah, so there's a lot going on right now, but I'm really excited that pretty much everything that I have going on right now is the stuff that I super duper love doing. And it's my stuff or collaborators that I actually collaborate with. So I'm really psyched. Also the Fascia Symposium. Like there are all these parts of my life. And it's nice when they come around. Like I haven't done the fascia thing for a long time. All right, we're gonna just switch this around. So you're gonna push up, swing your legs around to the other side, take it down. Yeah, I had been involved in a few too many other people's projects for a while, and it was getting me down. Rotate in, rotate out. Got no problem with that as long as I'm being paid for doing it. But when the pay isn't great and you're putting all your energy into someone else's thing, not always the best for the soul. Unless it is. Sometimes it is. Up, in, up, and down. Up, in, up, and down. The ebb and flow of life, right? How things come and go cyclically, coming into your life, doing something for a while, and then passing away from your life, coming back in, another iteration. Yeah, Anthony and I were trying to get this Glam Rock Cabaret off the ground actually since last fall. So it's taken us like 3/4 of a year to get it together, but not for lack of trying. Things work when they work. Last one. Good. And take it onto your back. Open your feet wide. Internally rotate one leg at a time. Yeah, we were trying to find a venue, and like in the fall, we were reaching out to a lot of places, and virtually nobody got back to us. And then around New Year's, we were also looking at other places. And then Unicorn Bar opened, and it had a previous life as another bar called the Beverly, where we have done the Glam Rock Cabaret. It's like the perfect space for us. So having Unicorn open up is a real gift, which is a queer bar. Cross it over. And it's Jessica or Francesca, who put the bar together, has done such an amazing job. It's beautiful. And release, switch it to the other side. Yeah, so Dick Pincher's my band, which is a punk rock girl band, is playing with the Undertow Brass Band, who are a punk rock brass band from Rhode Island on June 21st at the Unicorn Bar. Good. And release, come back in. Let's take our knees into our chest and just hug them in. Nose towards your knees. So it's basically a child's pose on the other, on the other, facing up instead of facing down. And then in that rounded position, slowly roll yourself onto one side, stay into the curled ball, and then push off and roll yourself onto the other side. So you're still curled and rounded, right? My head's not dropping into the floor. I'm in this tight little dead bug, roly-poly ball. Good. And then come all the way up. And let's flip over onto hands and knees again. Let's do, I'm debating. Let's do this. It's going to be, you're going to take your leg up carry it out to the side, and then lower down, pick it up, take it to the back, and lower down. Up to the side and down. Same leg, up to the back and down. Lift, circle it out and lower. Lift, circle it back and lower. Up, out, down, up. Reach to the ceiling, high as you can. Just one more after this. Last one. And switch it to the other side. Reaching it out, up, carry it to the side and down, up to the back, down. Might feel harder on this side because that butt was already working as you stabilized for the first side. 4 more. I lied. Less than 4. Just 2 more. Last one. Oh, I don't know how that feels for you, but that was super hard for me. I tried to do 8 on each side. Take your hands forward, walk your knees back, big circles with your hips towards the floor, and stick your butt out in the back. Change direction. Yeah, so I took a pole class yesterday, which was super fun with one of my favorite teachers. And like, you kind of get bruises from pole. And so, or you feel where you're connected to the pole. So, like, we were connecting to the pole on the outside of our knee, which is a rare place to do that, on our inner arm, our inner elbow, and then behind our knees and on our inner thigh, like all sorts of other places. Like, it was one of those classes that I walked out and like my whole body is red. And now I feel those places. But what does it do for your fascia? Well, you're in these different relationships to gravity. So the fluids in your body are going to have a lot of chance to give your fascia more integrity. Let's take it forward. 1 foot, 1 knee to the floor at a time. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twisting underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. I just see my cat who is right there out of the video, but I'm like, he looks like he's he's jumped up there. He looks like he's gonna do something bad. He is really good at being naughty, and it's very funny. Like, that's the problem. When it's funny, you're like, whoa. I don't know. He doesn't get disciplined very much. I think discipline for animals, I don't know. Really not that into it. Change direction. Clearly, I spoil pretty much everybody in my life. But why not? I had a neighbor, and when I would walk by her apartment, I could hear her yelling at her cat all the time. I was like, why do you have an animal if you just want to yell at it? Come on. Oh, he's just hiding up there. Side stretch. Breathe into your lungs. You can reach through your heels, lengthen your inner body, turn and face the leg, take it down. Walk it into center. And roll it up. Side stretch the other way. Lengthen. Inner body lengthening toward the outer body. Take it down. Bring it into center. And come up. And let's do a hip stretch. Let's just do 1 foot in front, one knee crossed, spiraling. Just twist and spiral. Come through center, go the other way. Feel your sit bones connected to the floor. Lengthen and grow up out of that. And then knee over the other knee and take it down. Surrender and melt. And then come up and switch it to the other side. Spiral. Look around behind you. Lengthen from your sit bones up. Twist the other way. Counter stretch. And then come in, knee over your other knee. Take it down. Breathe into it. He's not putting on a show for you today. Oh, or at least not much of one. He does some really good flip, like jumps back and forth and like total 180s. All right, release it, shake it out, bang it out, and then take it forward into a forward fold. In your forward fold, wiggle your hips a little bit so that you're moving your legs like you're going to walk on the floor on your butt, but you're not really moving, just shifting, weight shifting, freeing up head tail connection, free up your spine, and then roll it up and come onto your legs, butt up to the ceiling, head to the floor. Shake your head no, nod yes. Bend one knee and then the other. Let your body shift from side to side. And then come into center and roll it all the way up to the top. Coming up. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out again. Shake and bounce. Let go. Let go of whatever you're holding on to that you can let go of. Let go of your face muscles. Shake out. Enliven your kinesphere. All the space around you. Just shaking out into the space around your body, bouncing and shaking, inviting your lymphatic system to do its job, detoxifying your body, clearing out whatever needs to be cleared out. And that is that. We are finito. So anybody in TV land, which I can't even look at because I've got an ad block and YouTube doesn't want me to look at those videos while they're being made, which is not actually a problem. So if you are out there in TV land, like subscribe, do all the things, come to a class for real at some point, go to my website,